Here from Fort Lewis College, we have head coach John L. Smith, quarterback Jordan Doyle, and linebacker Ryan Ross. Coach Smith, if you could start us off with some opening comments and make sure to talk right into the mic there.
Great. We're excited this year. This first year we've been picked out of the cellar in the preseason poll, so we're looking forward to the year, and rightfully so. You know, I think we're going to be a better football team than we have been. We were starting to become a good football team last year. We ended up going through some injuries and consequently didn't end up nearly where we would like to. But as you take a look at us in this coming year, I think offensively, with Jordan Doyle coming back, he's a senior now. He's been with us now for 3 years, as most of our seniors have. And I'm a big believer that you're really only as good as your seniors. So if you have a good senior class that can lead and take charge and grab the others, I really believe we're going to get a lot better as far as from the leadership standpoint coming from within the team. Offensively, as you look at us, we stay healthy at quarterback. I think we'll be much better. We do have better depth. We have a couple guys that are going to be able to back up Jordan and get us through some games should we need that. But our quarterback position, and you always got to have a quarterback regardless if you're Pop Warner or the NFL. So I think we're going to be decent at that position as far as our depth goes, a lot better than we have been. You take a look at our running back situation. We'll be better at running back. We'll have better depth there. We have 2 new guys coming in, one being a freshman, one being a junior college player. So that'll help us at the running back spot. Key for us is we will have our offensive front back along with some additions. And I would expect a couple of those guys that are returning to end up getting beat out. So I expect there to be good competition at our offensive front, and that position will be better than we have been. At wide receiver, again, I think we're going to be okay there. We've got a bunch of new guys coming in, so it'll be interesting to see, and that we have a couple vets there as well. So as I look at us offensively, and again, like I say, the key is, of course, staying healthy. Defensively, probably our strength is going to be our defensive front. You know, with a guy like Sione, Folau-Maloa coming back. He's a defensive end who is a real good football player. We've got some people to go along with him. So I think our defensive front is going to be the strength. We're going to be good at linebacker with Ryan coming back. And then our secondary will be somewhat what it was. We're going to have to develop there. We're going to be young again in the secondary. But, you know, we'll take a couple of hits there, but I think we'll be much, much better than we have been. The key to us as you take a look at that defense is probably going to be the Montana State game, the opener. They're going to line up, and they'll test us, and they'll show us how good we really are because they're going to end up running the football. So if we can be as good up front as we think and we can stay healthy, then I think we're going to be a much, much improved, better football team. You look at our schedule, you know, we have to go to Pueblo. We have to go to Mines, which everybody is saying are the 2 best teams in our league. And so that's always going to be tough to go on the road against those 2. But we're excited about it, looking forward to the season, and I'll answer any questions somebody might have. Yes?
Good morning, Coach. Creighton Rats from Hero Sports. You were talking about that. Just looking at your you have a lot of players coming back. So,
right.
But the one thing that stands out for me is last year you had Andrew Johnson. He's graduated now. He was drafted by Edmonton to the CFL. Talk about how much pride as a coach you get, even though he was only there for 1 year, that one of your players in your program is playing professional.
Well, that's always a key, you know, and everybody in their heart has a belief, even you know, at this division, everybody has that dream that, hey, I'd like to go on. I'd like to make a camp. I'd like to be somewhere in the NFL or the CFL. We were fortunate enough, not only he but Mensa, both ended up signing up in Canada. They're both Canadian guys. So you know that's going to happen. They were both with us for one season. And, yeah, we take pride in that, and the school takes pride in that. And then, the players are going to hopefully make that club and look back someday and be thankful for the time they had at Fort Lewis. We also had Arthur Ray ended up going to a camp. He made Miami's camp and at least got to go and to show himself, which, as we all know in his story and what he's come through with his cancer, etc., it was great for him to get to go to a camp. And so that's always good.
Jordan, this is your third year as the starting quarterback. I got to imagine you're feeling a lot more comfortable this year heading into your senior season as the starter.
Yeah, that's correct. I know the offense pretty well. It's a lot easier to help out the younger guys and help them learn stuff, help out the coaching staff. And, yeah, very confident this year and very excited for the camp to start and the season to get underway.
Ryan, you're a hometown guy, Doherty High School. When you first embarked on your college career, did you imagine it would unfold the way it has? I believe 95 tackles last year, and now heading into your senior season, one of the top linebackers in the RMAC. Go ahead and talk right into the mic there.
No, not at all. I definitely didn't plan on being at Fort Lewis, but somehow, some way, it worked out that way. I'm happy to be at Fort Lewis. It's definitely cool to be back in the Springs, representing Fort Lewis, representing Doherty too. It's definitely an accomplishment of mine to be one of the top linebackers, to be respected like that. It's a blessing to be here, and I really appreciate being back in the Springs representing.
Coach Smith, I understand you had quite a day yesterday on the Manitou incline. I know you've ran with the Bulls. You've done what, K2, one of those big. What was
Kilimanjaro.
The big Kilimanjaro? Where does that rank in your list of accomplishments?
Well, this was much harder than running with the Bulls, I'll tell you that. and anybody that says it's an incline, it's not an incline, it's straight up. And I'd like to thank Sarah Meyer, our SID at Fort Lewis. She made it in 36 minutes, and I made it in an hour and 36 minutes. But it was good. It was awesome. It makes you want to think that, okay, next time you get on that trail, you'd like to go all the way up to the top. So we're thankful to live in Colorado and have that opportunity. And by the way, I might mention that, Ryan's already graduated, and Doyle will graduate after one more semester.
Joe?
For all three of you, you're the only team in the country that last year to beat CSU Pueblo, and they were the last team standing. How much are you using that as confidence building, motivation, or are you at all, especially coaching?
Well, yes, we look at that and we say, okay, now if we can do that, if we can develop the consistency and we can stay healthy and do those things that we did against Pueblo, we can play with anybody. I mean, that's a great measurement for us, and that's a great job of them winning a national title. So we take a lot of pride in that, being able to say that, we might be the one blemish on their record, but it's good to line up and play against the best. And they were the best. And kind of the key in that game for us was, we have to develop and find a way to get extra possessions, in which we did in that game. We ended up getting 3 extra possessions, which really could, turned the tide of that football game. And we hung in there, and our kids played hard, and, anything can happen when you're at home like that. So, we take a lot of pride in that, and we take immense pride in the fact that CSU Pueblo went on to win it all. So,
Jordan? We all know that it was the biggest win our school's had in a very long time, and we were just ready to play that game. We had that big break at halftime, and we came out ready to play second half, and that's kind of how we got the win. And it was huge. I've never seen the team so excited. It was a great pick-me-up in the middle of the season, and if we can play consistent like that and come out the second half and be ready to go, I feel we can beat almost every team in this conference.
Just going on what they said, it was a huge win for us. The school, the town, took a lot of pride in it, especially since they won the national championship. I think that just shows that we can play with anybody. A lot of the games were close games, and it just shows like we're consistent, we work hard, and we got to do our jobs, and we can beat anybody.